I inherited my great-grandfather's homestead with the goal to bring it back to its former glory. It has a $1 million debt and a lot of tricks up its sleeve. Will I succeed? Will I fail? Find out today's video. Yes, thank you to G Portal for hosting today's video. Well, good morning or afternoon. We had to wait a little bit today. We had some earlier rains that kind of prevented us from getting anything done. And while it was raining, I kind of looked in my front yard, saw 3 trucks and a bunch of tractors. Well, we don't need all this. I think it's time we start getting rid of a little bit of stuff. And this truck right here, as much as I hate to get rid of the International, it's a good truck. It's just not my truck. So I don't really need it here on the farm anymore. And it's also worth about $16,000. So bye is what we're saying to this truck. On top of saying goodbye to that truck, we're also going to come all the way over here, grab this little sucker. We don't need it for anything. I mean, anything that this thing can do, that can do. So we don't really need it. I'm at the point I don't really want to be keeping stuff that we don't need anymore. I want to kind of get rid of it all. If it's not needed on the farm, I buy to it, is all I can say. Now, there's a certain bit of equipment that are going to be safe, kind of like this right here. I originally looked at this, so this is something I want to sell, that Schaumers. I'm not selling this. We also need to start selling equipment because a lot of our equipment just isn't as powerful or isn't powerful enough to really pull it. Something that I'm considering getting rid of, and I want your guys' opinion. I'm thinking about getting rid of this tractor right here, getting rid of the John Deere 820 right here. It's a good tractor, just don't have enough horsepower. On top of the John Deere 820, I also am thinking about getting rid of this beautiful 730 right here as well. Again, it just don't have enough horsepower. Maybe getting rid of some of these implements. Not that we need that, actually. Just trying to limit what we got because we're struggling even coming up the hill to the main farm at this point. And if the equipment can't make it up the hill or do its job, we don't need it, is my opinion. But I want your guys' opinion as well on it. But today, this is all we're selling. Maybe sell more later, but today we're selling this and calling it good. Taking this to the dealership. Hopefully go ahead and get some good money back on a lot of this equipment because we're broke. We're down to $1,000 and the only way I can see us getting out of it is if we sell the stuff we don't need. Go ahead and turn right here. We got a nice little ride all the way to the dealership. Okay, so we should be coming up on the old dealership. Yeah, there she is. Come on, you old rig. Come on, you got it. Oh, this thing's bellowing black smoke today. Go ahead and pull on into the dealership. Ain't nothing we need here today. We're just trying to get rid of some old equipment to kind of build some capital back up. Let me go ahead and get these 2 unloaded. Let me go ahead and walk in and talk to the dealership man and we'll get ourselves some nice checks. So we ended up getting $18,000 for the truck and we ended up getting $6,000 for the little tractor, which is what they're actually worth. And so I'm actually really happy to take that on back to the farm and know that we got ourselves some good deals here. Did some little bit of talking to them right here about some of their equipment because I'm really eyeing some of their planters. Oh, I really want it. Can't afford it, yo. Can't afford it. Got to keep going. We'll head on back to the main farm and get back to work because there's a lot to do today. Backing it on up, putting the trailer up for today. We shouldn't need it anymore. Detach the trailer. Perfect. Drive this back up to the main house. And then we got tillage to get done. Actually, what we need is not even up there, so we're not going up there today. So what we're going to end up needing is this old girl right here. We're just going to use the bigger tractor for the cultivator. Honestly, this is about to become the main workhorse of the farm. I've started realizing the last few days a lot of our tractors don't have power. One of my biggest concerns right now is getting more power for all the farm so that we can split up the main majority of the work between multiple tractors instead of just one like this. And honestly, I wouldn't feel bad about getting something kind of like this tractor right here or even getting something like this. I mean, I'm not stuck to just American brands for this, but I would be honestly a nice one to pick up a second one of these almost. Oh, maybe. Yeah, we got a couple of options that we can do. I'm not 100% sure what we're going to go with yet, but we will be making our mind up eventually. And part of making our mind up is going to be getting this field cultivated under. I want to go ahead and get this field all nice and prettified because this is definitely going to be a bean ground or something like that for next year. And I honestly might extend them. Fields like this right here are hard for me to gauge if I can extend them or not. Especially, like, I probably extend it downwards, but I'm trying to figure if I can do it lengthwise or widthwise as well instead of just length. You know what? I bet we can right here. Do some of that right there. Just like that. Yeah. There we go. So we're making the fields a little bit bigger as well. Ain't gonna hurt nothing. If anything, it's just gonna help us out a lot by helping us make more revenue. I wouldn't mind coming back through and pulling some of these trees up. There's actually a spot a little ways up here that I'm going to be taking out during the winter. Probably going to call in a buddy of mine and something like that to help me out with it. But there's a nice little spot that I'll show you guys here in a minute. I eventually need to come down here and look at that as well, see if that still runs. Because if it does, that would be a perfect piece of equipment to run on the farm. Come on. Come on. There we go. Thank you stalling out on me. I think she needs some maintenance pretty badly. And we might, before we do our next task of the day, go take her up and get her maintenance a little bit, because right now that is kind of concerning. But good news is this task is done for the day. All the fields that have been harvested already have been cultivated under, so they're good to go while we go ahead and take this up there and go and get looked at. And $500 of parts later, we got the old girl back up and running. She should be working fine now. So now we'll just take this on out of here and take it back down there to the bottom to where we can go ahead and start working on some silage. Silage is a really big part of the cattle's diet. We've been blessed that we had a lot made already, but we're running low on our supply of cattle feed. So this is starting to mean we need to start making more. To make more, we need silage, and our pit is out. Gotta wiggle it on out of here, and like that, we are out. Go ahead and start mowing this down. All of this area right here is gonna be nothing but good old silage. Hopefully we can sell some of it too to continue making money. I want to stop for a second, get out here and take a look. Yep, crimper's working decent right now. So as long as the crimper's working, we're just gonna keep on riding. Okay, so we got the old girl pulled out. This little bit of windrows I don't think's been used in years. I had to dig out the front sway bar and she was buried in the ground. So it's gonna be interesting. She's at least working halfway decent for what I can see. And as long as she's working, we're gonna put her to work and get this field fully windrowed so we can come back in with a baler and bale the grass. We are gonna bale it a little bit on the wetter side because we want to make silage out of it. And the best way to make silage is to in fact have a little bit wetter grass. But we're finally getting her done. We're finally getting the baler out here. This field took us long enough to get it out here. We actually are looking really good. I got the whole place windrowed into some nice, neat, organized rows. They're not the most organized, but they're organized enough. 80, 90, 100. Oh, this is gonna take a while, but this is gonna be a lot of silage. Hopefully some good money as well. Then we also got to head to the co-op later to pick up something to spray on this field because it's going to need some nutrients after all this. Finally getting down to the last little bit of grass right here. We've produced already 25 bales so far, and that is honestly a lot more than I thought we would get out of here. So we're definitely going to need to put down some more nutrients down so that hopefully if we can get another cut, I don't think we will actually off this field, but if we can, it'll be good. If not, next year's cut is going to be amazing. But speaking about amazing, 26 bales in total. I will take that all day long. Now I get to do the fun job of running all the way through here with the bale wrapper, wrapping on the bales and all that fun, glorious stuff. I don't like doing it at all, actually. Detach the baler. Go ahead and run over here, grab this little sucker, and hopefully this makes our lives a little bit easier when it comes to making silage. I don't know how this tractor just kind of got stuck with fork job, but it does a good job at it. And the fact that I can carry two at one time makes it even better. Well, guys, this is where I'm gonna call it here. We're gonna get this little thing wrapped up, and we're gonna wrap all the bales off camera. Thank you guys for the love and support you showed to me and the entire family. If you like this type of content and want to see more like it, leave a like, subscribe, do what you guys do best. We'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace.